funny because you have how old is your son? 20, right? 22. But as a parent, you think of a 17-year-old kid in the projects in an apartment by himself, paying rent, taking care of other people. It's kind of crazy. Like when you think about that age and what, I don't know, as a parent, like do you look at your son sometimes and think about the 17-year-old version of you?
100%. And I also try to tell him the flip side is that I didn't do what I did for you to spoil you. I did what I did for you to give you a better opportunity than I had at achieving anything you want to do in life. We didn't have the opportunity to achieve anything we wanted to do in life. We had our back against the wall. We had to learn how to survive to get ourselves out of certain situations. And by the grace of God, some kids were talented enough to end up to where we at right now, but nothing was promised. We didn't have anything. We didn't have a platform to bounce off of. Nobody knew financial literacy. Nobody knew none of that. Most of us was on welfare. Most of us was getting food stamps. Like, I'm from the bottom of it, like you did. Like, my moms used to take me and fight with the social worker. Like, I know the ins and outs of the welfare system. Like, I'm one of them babies.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if people get this picture painted. Like, I'm from the real bottom of nothing. I've been traveling on the train since I've been 8 and 9. I've been telling people this for years. Like, I'm a real anomaly. Like, I'm different in New York City. I was a man long before I was supposed to be a man. And I had that mindset because of where we grew up at and what was in front of me at a young age and what I was seeing. All I seen was hustlers in my life at a young age. All. From my moms to my uncles, I seen what the drugs could do when you make money off it. I seen what the drugs could do when you start to abuse it and tear a whole family apart. I've been in the middle of that, of everything. I know what drugs could do wholeheartedly. Those are one of the reasons why I never did anything but weed in my life. I never tried ecstasy. I never tried any of that shit. I took a Percocet. I got injured and shit like that, painkiller, but I never did any of that. And I pride myself in that because I was scared straight to death from when I was younger, watching my family get torn apart by that same drug. You heard? But I have addictive behavior. I got caught up in marijuana, not to say that's no better than anybody else's vices, and I learned that as I got older. I'm no better than anybody else because we all have some type of addictions that are bad for us. You know what I mean? No matter what it is. And I had to learn a lot of things about how to handle that in my family alone and to accept certain things and shit like that I once was embarrassed by.
What is the history of addiction in your family?
Everybody.
What do you mean?
Was addicted in my family.
Everybody?
Everyone. Except for my grandmother.
How did she pass?
My grandmother passed of cancer in 95.
That must have been...
Broke every bit of soul I had. I mean, like, every bit of... That was my mother. I love my grandmother. She raised me from a baby. Not to say my mother didn't raise me, but my mother was... a baby when she raised me, when she had me. So she was so young that she still was outside running the streets. And my grandmother took the responsibility of really raising me and my sisters from a young age. And then, you know how I go. And she, when I think about how early she passed when she was 55. I'm 48.
That was young. Especially if everybody else in your family is addicted to drugs. You have this one person.
She was an angel on earth. She was a God-fearing lady. She showed you I going to church. Her church habits.
Welcome to Ace Honest Takes. I'm your host, Ace. And, man, this is the wonders of what a week will do, right? Last week, we just was talking about Jim Jones saying that he's better than Nas, right? This week, we had, Jim Jones kind of breaking down his life and the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's... Gangsters cried too. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be feeling like, hey, if you're a man, if you are, this, if you are that, right? You can't show emotions, you can't show feelings. I'm still one of those people where I don't know how many times I've ever cried in my life. Probably as far as like, mostly when somebody dies, or just, that's really it mostly for me. Just really when somebody dies, a loved one. And, everything else, I just take it on the chin, pause, and, just roll with the punches, right? But, is that good? Is that a being a human being? I don't know, but that's just who I am. That's the way I've been raised. That's just how I go, and just the way how I kind of more or less attack life, right? Because I feel like, hey, you know what? If you complain, you cry about everything, one, people gonna look at you as weak, and then two, people look at you and look down on you in a sense, right? I know that's not a good thing, but people look down at times at people when they show real emotion, when they're showing that they're crying, when they're showing that they're going through real life situations. And, because sometimes as a man, regardless of how we feel, we just feel like we can't turn to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You can turn to your friends. And, not saying that they'll look at you differently, but you still don't want to show emotions to another man per se. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can't go to the old lady and, break down the old lady because now she looking at you like, damn, like what kind of guy I got as well. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, man, being a guy is hard, man. You just got to kind of, like I said, just take it on the chin, man. Just roll with the punches and just go. You know what I'm saying? Just all the bad, all the good, just roll with the punches and just keep moving forward, right? And nowadays, I think a lot more people, going to therapy. I'm actually going to therapy myself, and we having conversations with our therapist, and just kind of talking about our feelings and talking about the things, the traumas, and everything that happened in our past. But at the same time, that only gets you so far, right? Because you still got to live your day-to-day life, and yeah, man, this is. I appreciate Jim Jones for this. I appreciate him for showing, that you don't have to always be a big rah-rah, guy. You can show emotion. You can, be vulnerable. Now, that don't mean that you won't get slapped. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that you won't get your ass tossed up out of here, right? But, sometimes you just got to take that time, man, and reflect on life and, look at the good, look at the bad, and just kind of be happy and ecstatic of where you are in life, right? All the things that you accomplished to even get here, all the things that you never even thought that you could do until you got put into a situation and then to help you propel you to where you currently are now as well, right? So I appreciate Jim Jones for this. So salute to Jim, and also salute to Angie Martinez as well. Just for kind of, I think she's one of the few people that he actually feels vulnerable with talking to about his feelings and everything else with his life. So let's go.
It led to my church habits, and even though I was running the streets, I used to take Cam and everybody to church once a year on New Year's. That led to him taking everybody else to church. Like these things that my grandmother instilled in me are really a lot of the reasons why I'm able to still be here today. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I'm very realistic in who I am and very realistic in life. I'm also a God-fearing man. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, and when I make mistakes, I own up to it. You know what I mean? Pardon me. I'm very emotional. Everybody, I wear my heart on my sleeve. So here we go with tears and shit like that.
You want a tissue? We get your tissue.
Nah, we go. You
sure? It's crazy because those are the things, right? Those are the things that shape. You take a moment like that, you're 17, your grandmother, the one person that's not addicted to drugs that you could rely on, that's been raising you, she's gone. Like, that, you could have went in a very different direction.
I was going in a different direction.
What do you mean?
I was gone. The music saved me from the streets. Really. The opportunities that music presented to us really saved me from the streets. And I mean, I was stuck in it for a very long time, way after we signed that deal, just because I didn't know no better. I had to teach myself better.
What do you tell that kid right now, that 17-year-old who's in that same space that you were in at that time?
Shit, I mean, it worked for me, so now you gotta tell them to stick to your grind, stick to your heart, and be careful. You know what I mean? If I had somebody tell me about certain things that was going to happen in life, shit, I would have been grateful for that. But I had to go head on with everything that I had to handle from a young age. And just thinking about that now and shit like that, I don't really talk about my grandmother. So, right now you mentioned something that I try to not talk about because I know she hurts a lot.
Yeah.
She got treated. Yeah, because she didn't get to see how dope of a person her grandson came to be.
You don't believe that? Let's get you a tissue, baby. I don't want you to.
Hey,
people won't have to watch it.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This kind of touching. You know what I'm saying? Pulled it on my heartstrings as well. Just recently, I just lost one of my grandparents, my grandmother, my last parent per se, and I lost my grandmother, my other grandmother, years before I got a tattoo of her name on me as well. So like grandparents, man, they're different. They're I guess your angels on earth. So I definitely feel feel what Jim feeling right now. You know, I'm not gonna cry. Like I said, I tried not to, but yeah, man, this one hits a little bit different, man. Like I said, I just buried my grandmother, and she was my the one person, regardless, good, bad, and different. Somebody I can rely on, somebody I can just call, and she'll tell me good, she'll tell me bad. But the first one thing she always tell me is, hey, take care of your girls, take care of your family, and be a man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. This one is this is a powerful one for me. I don't know about you, but this one is physically tough for me.
You would have liked.
Work I did.
You probably would have liked to spend some money on her. Would have feel
Put
it.
money on her. I would give everything I got. Right there, I would be comfortable living on the streets if I could get 2 seconds with her.
This is your mom's mom or your dad's mom? Mom's
My
mom.
mom's my dad mom's still alive. She's a gangster.
She's a gangster.
Like 94 right now. So
Where is she?
she lives in the Bronx.
I'm sorry, I got you emotional so early in the conversation. That doesn't usually happen.
It's cool though. These are things that humble me.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Because I be moving so fast, and sometimes I forget about what's more important in life. And it's easy to get caught up in this game. And you just bring me back to reality. But it's cool.
What do you think is important?
What, with life?
Yeah.
Living it to the fullest. I've learned that people are more important than currency to me in my life. You can always make some money, but you can't make a good person. And you can't get them back once they're gone. So cherish them while they're here.
For sure.
Please do. If you love anybody.
You've had Chrissy around for a long time.
Yeah, that's my ride or die right there.
I bet you that's her.
Probably. Probably. She be on it. And it is her.
Let me see it.
Hey man, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Yeah, man, this one, like I said, this was a little bit of a different video. This one kind of hit home for me as well. And it's just one of those situations where, just be thankful, be grateful. Love those that love you back. Don't chase the ones that don't love you. Chase the ones and do things for the ones that will give the last for you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I got for y'all today. This is Ace Honest Takes. I'm your host, Ace. Like I said, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. If this meant anything to you, like I said, just, please do that for me. I appreciate you. I'm out. Peace.